welcome. As you can see, we having some technical difficulties with the camera. We used to that though. That's pretty much every day. But it's your boy Titus. I'm here. We want to discuss last week and the games, the matches that happened. Hopefully, y'all hear me. I'm doing a sound check in the moment, which is again another normal thing. But who else we got here? Who else on the show with us?
Oh, well, today who we got here? We got your boy Dad Hat Tony in the place to be. And if you're not tuned into technical timeout, you're not in the place to be.
Hey, that's all we gotta say. It's that simple. There's nothing else to say about that. But
Yeah.
technical timeout. We gonna break down what's going on in the league outside of the technical difficulties of having no camera. We also gonna talk about what we doing out here and in the league. What happened last week. Um, I think we might as well start out with the subscriptions on our YouTube. Like we subscribe to Amon Green, Meet Kevin. If y'all don't know him, get with it.
Yeah.
CoffeeZilla, Mr. Beast, Marquise Brownlee,
Yeah.
Side Hustle Hero. Shout out Side Hustle Hero, and then Wakan Seven. If y'all don't know who that is, you gotta look it up. You gotta look it up because I ain't telling you. But
Right.
I'm stalling. We want to talk about the first game, the three-man go dummy. I, f-
Three men go dummy.
I feel like that's the first thing we got to talk about. Let's pull up some of these clips. Talk about the game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull it up now. Oh, that music though. That music though. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit because that joint is it's that's some heat. Let me see. Let me see some of this music. Heat,
He,
heat,
he,
heat.
damn, bro, it's getting hot.
More heat.
He,
More heat. Hold on. It just restart. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Hold on. Let me go back. Let me go back. Look at this. All right, there we go. All right.
he
It's
on,
just it's
on
just too much heat, bro. It's too much heat for
three.
me. Hold on. Then we put an hour timer on that mug. Then can we talk about the fact that it's been 40 minutes and we started the game. We just now getting into the game.
Uh-huh.
We ain't even in the game actually. So hold on. We had 51 minutes. We got 5 minutes left still. So I thought
That's that's that preparation behind the
exactly,
scenes.
exactly. See, Dad had knows, man. You putting on you
Yes.
putting on a show like this, like you gotta let
You
people
got,
simmer. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's
You
it's
gotta let them. It's one of those things where you're like, it's one of those plates of food you really want, and the only way it tastes better is when you wait for it. Savors the flavor.
that's, that's what it's all about. You gotta savor the moment. So you waiting 53 minutes is really nothing when you get a show like the one that they put on. This three-man go dummy
There's
is
a reason why it's called Three Man Go Dummy.
yeah, it's got to be a reason. So let's talk through it a little bit. We definitely got to talk to some of the Ravens.
Oh,
So
most definitely.
starting out, let's look at these lineups, right? So we got Billy,
The
Labamba,
goat
we got
bomb.
Paku, and then you go through the Ravens. Who we got on the Ravens?
We got Wonku. We got Watt. Is that my boy him? Cause he's him. If I'm not mistaken, they also. Whoa, we skipped through real quick.
Hold on, now I gotta turn you up because apparently your volume's too low. Let me turn you up. Hold on, talk again.
Yeah, y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? Y'all hear the boy? Y'all hear the kid?
Yeah, y'all hear him now? Y'all hear him better? Hold on, I'm
Yeah,
gonna go through OBS and turn it up as well. All right, talk more.
y'all hear the kid? Y'all hear the kid? Your
All
boy
right,
here, Dad
all right, all right.
Tony.
Yeah, they gotta hear you now. They gotta hear you now. You hear him? Let us know. All right, so go ahead. Who we got on the Ravens?
On the Ravens, we got your good Wonku.
Mm-hmm.
We got Watts.
Mm-hmm.
Him. That's him right there.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really fully see this line. The stream's messing up on my side.
Yeah,
So
that's
if you
that's
mind,
Kenny. Yeah, that's Kenny. You got X-Ray Kenny and Garenz, and then you got the two creative players, which
uh,
if I remember
the thought.
correctly, yeah, they were rookies, I think. Yeah, but you got two X-rays on the team, which already you got him on the team. You got
Him
Wonku and
who's
Watt.
him.
Yeah, you got Wonku and
Yeah.
Watt. That should be an automatic win right there.
Besides it being an automatic win, they got a full lineup.
They got a
They had
full
breathing
they,
room.
they got a full lineup. Like it's no reason they should lose right now, right? Like
Uh, there's none.
it's none. And
But
and
then
we're
again, but then again, you have someone on the other side who is a goat.
I mean even against a goat, I'm thinking like to myself personally, I would never let a three man beat me. Like it's just not gonna happen. It doesn't matter who the three man is. But
You know,
I'm not a fortune teller. You remember what happened in this game? I don't remember what happened in this game.
I mean, I remember that the Ravens showed a little bit off. They were up 2-0. And if I'm not mistaken, that's when the boss started to do their little thing. It became 2-1, then became 2-2. I think it was like 2-3. It was a little back and forth until the end.
So looking at it, you got 2-1. You got Forza
Mhm.
coming up, and again this is going to be a 5 versus 3. Now in Forza, you already know. Like I want to get to one moment in this game because you're playing Forza, right? And we're watching the five Ravens players and the cars they picked. So I'm gonna cycle through some of these cars so you can see. So you got yourself a Mazda, which or no, what's that? A Supra? A Toyota Supra? So you got the Toyota Supra. You got I think somebody had a Honda Civic.
If I'm not mistaken, I think that was the Ravens bots. I'm trying to get up to that point right there.
Yeah, Honda Civic Type R. So he has every option of car. I what we need to do is pick who's driving this Honda Civic.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
This man decided he was like, all right, let's talk through all the cars we can pick. You could go. I'm thinking
So,
I think I want the Honda. Nah, Formula One. Nah. I think I gotta go with the Honda. And then this man picks a Mustang GT on a track. He's not drag racing. This man's about to go on the track
yep.
with the Mustang GT.
He wanted to look cool on track, you know. He's like, yo, I'm on stream. We get player view. I'm trying to look good.
His team was like, I'm gonna go with the Bugatti. His other teammate his other teammate was like, I'm gonna go with the Supra. His other
Yeah.
teammate was like, I'm gonna go with the Mustang. And he's like, you know what? Honda. I gotta go with the Honda, the Type R. As I
He
mean,
said he said, yo, you know what? It's a classic. You know, it got me to point A to point B.
he's going 70 miles an hour on a straightaway.
And that's the one thing about I could say though. You know, it's the learning curve. He
Yeah.
won't do it again.
I don't know, man. I feel like he felt good about this. I feel like afterwards he's like, nah, the rain. It was the rain that messed me up on the track because this man's going 30 miles an hour around a turn like this the move. He's driving Miss Daisy. He's a Uber driver right now.
Yeah, I can't believe this. Yeah, he's picking up the win. He's trying to pick up the win.
Yeah, and they didn't pick up the win. I think
He
we
didn't.
saw yeah they didn't. And so then we get into the Smash Bros matchup. Now, you would think because again, the Ravens have been playing this game consistently, and if I'm not mistaken, Paku is not a major Smash Brothers player. Now he plays Smash Brothers, but he's not a major
Mm-hmm.
Smash Brothers player, right?
Nah,
But
it wasn't his main game.
right, but if we run through this, it
Yeah,
happens very quickly.
and it's crazy to think because Smash Brothers, like you talk about, it's one of those games where the full team goes in.
Yep,
You would think that the Ravens had the advantage
you
because
would.
they would have a full people to play through.
Yep. And Paku's not
But
even he's not even playing items like you think he would. He's just outmanning them. Like the Dark Pit had no chance whatsoever. We definitely got to figure out if
and
we.
I feel like that's what telling like I guess telling of how much they might have been labbing it because like we said we know that Pox is not great Not it's not that he's not great at it because we saw what he can do,
Right.
but we knew it wasn't his game.
Right.
So with that being said, it shows the commitment of like, nah, without the items, I'm putting in the work. I know what I'm good at when it comes to gaming. I'm gonna focus that. I'm gonna turn this into my game.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. And that's where like it's you would think that somebody on the Ravens would give him just a little bit of trouble,
It,
right?
but it's something that if I'm not mistaken, it's something that three said in the game, one of the games with the Reapers and who would the Reapers play this week? If I'm not mistaken, the Ghost. Three said something that is true. There's a difference from playing someone else's game and getting someone to play your game,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
And
that's what he did that game. He got them to play his game.
yeah, cuz he could have easily even in that matchup, he let the items sit. They're grabbing
Mhm.
items and he's just letting them sit and just playing with them.
Yep,
And you know
that's why I'm.
Billy is better at this game. In my from what I know, Billy's better at this game than Paku. Like Billy would have
Yeah,
anchored here because they would have never gotten through Billy after the way this is going.
yep. But luckily, that's that. Honestly speaking, that's you can see the hard work that's being put within every team
Yeah.
in the league, especially throughout the first couple of games. You can see certain teams that were not the best improve a lot.
Exactly. Are we live on Twitch? We are not supposed to be live on Twitch. I'm very confused. Oh no, this is a chat replay. Okay, I think I'm looking at a chat replay. We're not live on Twitch. All right. So I think we're just live on YouTube. Let me know if we're live on Twitch, guys, because we're definitely not supposed to be live on Twitch. But anyways, all right. So skip through this now. You got the Ravens. The Ravens end up losing this one. They win Madden, and then they tie the game up.
Hmm.
If you're the Ravens at this point, right, and you're getting beat
Yeah.
like this, what are you telling your team at halftime?
Well, halftime we only tied, guys. Right? We haven't had our sports games pop up with Black being around. That's someone that would we I know he wants the sports games to pop up because I know they've been practicing it. You got Wonku there. We want some strategies. We want StarCraft. So we also have to think about those games haven't popped up yet, guys. We beat them last season. We just got to do the same thing. Let's muscle repeat, muscle memory. We did this once, we could do it again. Won't don't The score is not too far off, especially being in the half. We have another 2 hours to go ahead, guys. I'm not. If I was the Ravens at the moment, I'm not that scared yet
You're not
because
okay.
I still have a full lineup in my head. I still have a lot of games that we can hit. So at this moment, I'm not scared yet.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
just at the moment I'm giving them morale because they did catch up. So don't worry about the catch up, guys. Let's worry about getting back in there, focusing on our games, locking the hell in.
Yeah. And that makes sense. I mean, I think I would take a different approach. Hold on. If I'm telling everybody we're live because I haven't even posted about it. God dang it, I forgot. That's my bad. See,
You're
somebody got
good.
somebody got to back me up when we going live. You got to tell the world. All right. So
Yep.
here's my approach because I'm looking at it like this. I'm gonna go into this conference room at halftime, and I'm gonna be like, y'all fucking
Yep.
suck. if you gonna let these if you're gonna let these dudes beat us, it's over for y'all. It's over for y'all. There's no way. There is no way. 300's trying to call me. He's scamming. Hold on. Let me see what 300's trying to say. Let me add
Oh
300 to this
man.
joint real quick because I already know. Yo, I'm live right now. You trying to mess my show up? What's up?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he
Three
knew.
hundred.
Yeah, y'all hear him? He knew. Yeah, nah, listen to him.
Yeah.
Listen to him. Yeah, he's trying. Huh?
On YouTube?
Yeah, bro, you know this. This man, he already knows. He's trying to get more views than me on his show.
He's trying to be in the clouds.
All right, man. So if I'm them, I'm in halftime and I'm kirking, yo. I am going off on them. Like there is no way we're about to let them do this. But then again, when you think about it, like if the coach, like if they spent a lot of time preparing, then you're going to be upset when you prepare a lot more. You know what I mean? Like that's my mentality anyways. If I spend a lot of time in preparation, then when it comes down to it and you don't perform, I'm losing.
Yeah.
I'm going off, right? But if I didn't spend any time preparing and we're losing, then I'm like, I mean, you can't really be mad. Like, you know what I mean? You ain't really put the
That's
time in.
that's also that's also the bigger picture. Do we think that the Ravens took them as a easy way out? Like we beat these guys already. We took third place from them. That yada yada. Do you think they were not prepared for them? Do you think they expected the same thing? Do you think they thought less of them because they only had three?
There's no, I don't see a world where somebody doesn't take the bots seriously because of like their history in the league. I feel like you have to take them seriously. That doesn't mean you're gonna be afraid of them or anything like that, but you gotta take them, like you gotta take them seriously. Like it's it's the bots. You know what I mean? Like so that's where I'm like the Ravens had to prepare before this match, and if they
Mhm.
didn't, then they're being bots, right? That's on them just being bots at this point because you got to prepare for the bots. So we get to the fire music that comes right at halftime, and then it just blows up because we skip this. We get into League of Legends.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
you lose to in League of Legends to a three man.
You want to know? Honestly speaking, though, you want to know? Like that's one of Billy's go games. I feel like I could send Billy in there with three bots, like actual bots, like myself. I don't play League of Legends. You could send Billy in there with me, and he would probably be able to talk me through it and still carry it himself.
Bruh, I don't know, man. Like it gets a five man. Like if I,
We
you're
also have to count the five of the Ravens that were in.
yeah. I mean,
Do
you
all of
had
them
both
play
X
League?
rays. You had both X rays.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
got you
Wow.
you got him, Wonku Watt.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like even if they're not all playing, right? Like you can
They have the
coach. Yeah, like
knowledge too.
you can coach. You got the knowledge. You got the like. Yeah. Again, I'm losing it
Yeah.
if I'm like we get to this point and you lose League of Legends too. Now we're tied again. You got to go into Gears, and Gears they won in Gears, which is like
Yeah.
commendable. Again, it was against a three-man team, but hey, you take it where you can get it, right?
Especially the way the three-man team is playing.
Exactly. So
Taking
now
that.
you get to FIFA, and
Mm.
you know it's a problem because you got to play Billy and La Bamba.
Yep.
You're gonna lose that. So now you end up down one again. You're playing Rocket League. You should win this with ease, even though because Billy's decent at Rocket League, but
Yeah. But the
uh,
way that we play this season is like how we played four guys. So you could
exactly,
send three, you could send four.
exactly,
So
exactly. So you know at the and even so, 300 saying it only X-ray was in, but what I'm saying is you got the coach, you got people
mhm.
outside of it that can coach to what's going on. And they're playing Billy Labamba Paku, and it's you're talking in a game that is more like because of the way we're playing League of Legends, it's all uh uh like hack and slash
Heck,
basically.
yep.
So
Yep.
yeah, at this point, when it gets down to this point where they're down two, bro,
Yeah.
if I'm the coach, and Need for Speed is coming up, I am losing it. By this time, my team has already heard from me all game. I've been yelling all game. It's just then then you got to hear this. This is the part that's probably the highlight, one of the highlights of the week. This interview right here. Hold on. Let me turn it up for the people watching. If you ain't see this, you missed it.
Think what we're gonna see the
Yeah.
3-man ran more
I'll
often.
let it
Man, you're a
play.
dummy.
Go ahead. Because
And is this Paku's first win as a player, or has he won before?
Three-man go dummy.
Three-man go dummy. Yeah.
Go dummy.
You heard it here first. Three-man go dummy.
Hey, this is a 3 that we need.
That's all we need. Billy, get shorter. Billy, go on.
So, Billy, this game was close back and forth for the most part. Where is it that y'all feel was the most pivotal point in the game for y'all?
Three-man go dummy.
Yeah.
Three-man go
Hey,
dummy.
Paku, how about Smash?
Listen.
We'll let him talk on that.
All I gotta say about Smash is
3-man go dummy.
Hey! Three-man go
It's
dummy.
just,
You heard it here.
that's it.
Well, thank you everyone for tuning in.
it's
And,
just so
another
crazy
great
that
game, a
before
very-
all of this, that they actually, the commentator said that there was a chance of the Ravens winning. I feel like after 19 minutes, there was not a chance.
Bro, they got put in a blender with a 3-man team, and there was nothing that could be done about it. Like,
And then to make it worse, to be honest with you, to make a lot of things worse too, is that a lot of that too was with mistakes.
yeah,
Because if we look at the end of the game, Ravens have 0 timeouts and 0 forfeits.
makes
The
no
bots
sense.
still have all of their forfeits.
Yeah,
Oh, they gave up 1. So bots have 0 timeouts, 0 forfeits. With 3 people on a team, I would have thought that the bots had more of a mess up with setups or I need to forfeit this game just so I can get into another one faster.
wild. All right, let's see if we can get Kyle from the Ravens. So
Yes.
yeah, Kyle, what's your thing? Send me a friend request on Discord, and I'll see if I can add you to this call. In the meantime, while we're waiting to talk to Kyle, because I want to see what he's got to say, we go to the next game, Reapers Ghosts.
Reapers and Ghosts. Now this one was interesting. It was definitely interesting for me.
Why?
Oh.
Why? Talk me through it.
I rewatched it back yesterday, so this one was interesting for me because we had 2 teams that coming into season 8, I feel have a lot of buzz behind them. Reapers, of course, defending champions. So that's going to be the talk of the town regardless. But then the Ghost on draft day, they went crazy. They had the number 1 draft pick, and if I'm not mistaken, I think Connor was like the number 3 or the number 4 draft pick. And they were just left and right trading for picks that same, like they rebuilt, they really rebuild. So it's for me, it was to see what can these rookies do when they were so highly contested, and to see what the Reapers were going to do. Were they going to like ease into this season, or they were going to mollywop? And we saw what they did.
Yeah, and I mean, the Reapers really put on a show. Hold on, we're gonna add Kyle. Hold on. All right, you on?
Did he answer?
Nah, he's not on yet. Let me make sure they can still hear you.
Yep, he testing.
Yeah, they still hear you. All right, we're good.
Hello.
Yo, all right.
Yeah.
Let us know.
What's
Can
going
y'all
on?
hear? Can y'all hear Kyle? Let us know if you can. So I wanna talk through I wanna talk through this game. I know you weren't there. So first, I wanna ask the question. I think it's a simple question. If you were there, what would have been different?
I mean, I think I'll put it this way: the lineup that we had, we just didn't have like people available. Like, I had stuff at home. Like, some people had work, so it's not the lineup that we wanted to go in with, if you know what I mean,
Okay.
kind of thing.
Okay.
Like, I believe like everything works as a team. So I'm like, even if I were there, I probably would not have made a difference. But who knows? You never know.
Okay. Who do you blame for you not being there, other than yourself?
I don't blame anyone.
Nah, you gotta blame somebody. Was it Wonku's fault?
No.
Yeah,
it
I
was,
feel like it was Wonku's
if
fault.
anything, if anything, it's my fault because
Right.
I had to stay home.
Other than yourself, though.
This is a
Sure.
meme.
You know what? I'll blame the entire team. How about that?
That's
I'll blame
crazy.
the entire team. You know?
Y'all hear that, Ravens? He just threw y'all under the bus. All right, so look, so Dad Hat, what you got for her? What questions you got about this game?
I got what? How did you feel? How did you feel seeing like watching at home?
How did I feel watching that at home?
Yeah. How did you feel seeing your team make so many mistakes? And what did you feel? How can I say? What did you feel would have been different if you had a better line or a better availability? What would have been in your case? What's the preferred lineup for that game?
I would say, let's see. I would go with Pastor Herbs, Wonku, Watt, Nee. I would want to go with no select. I think we would go a little crazy as a 5-man. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I agree with that. Who
Yeah.
who do you think had the best car in the Forza lineup?
In the Forza lineup,
When you do you think it was the Honda or what did you think when you watched the Honda go around that track?
I didn't see the Forza game.
Oh,
I did not see the Forza
Oh
game.
yeah.
Yeah, you missed it, bro. Honda going around the track at 30 to 50 miles an hour, probably the best.
Honda?
Yeah, well, that's the best thing you'll ever see. One of the best things you'll ever see, for sure.
Crazy.
Well, it's been nice talking to you, and yeah, we will talk to you later.
All right.
2, 1, 2.
1
Test
2 1 2. All right. Yep, you're still on. So everybody still hears
Say
Dad Hat.
that.
Yeah, let me know if you can't hear Dad Hat. But so let's go into the next game. We got Reaper's Ghost. We already got your take on it. I think what we need to do, let's get oh no, let's get Cutters on this joint. Hold on,
Ooh.
because Cutters, I already know. He could talk through the Ravens, and he can talk through the Ghosts, and he can talk from a Reaper's perspective. All right, you in?
Test.
Yep, we got you. Yo, Cutters.
Yo, Cootie. What's good, my guy?
Chilling on the clock, man.
Oh, he on the clock again. Hold on, let me turn this man up. Hold on. Let me turn him up. His volume. I got him at half volume. Apparently he talks too loud normally. All right, go ahead.
Hey, yo,
All right, there we go. All right.
Here we
So,
go.
Cutters, we won't keep you long. On the clock. All right, I want to hear a couple of things. First, from the Ravens' perspective, as a past Raven, how did you feel watching that Honda Civic driver on that track?
quite embarrassing, honestly. I know her, bro, and I know that he they should have been practicing more, in my opinion. They know damn well they shouldn't have picked that damn car. But ain't gonna lie, blame that on her. Hey, we could talk about it if you want, bro, if you're listening. But yeah, get your team right, bro, because losing to a 3-man is crazy.
I'm
See,
gonna
I
have
told
to
you,
mute myself because I'm dying over here. So
I'm telling you, it's the lack of preparation that you're in the platform.
you did say that. You did say. All right. So then, all right, from the Ravens into the Ghost situation. So now, getting into that Ghost game, how did you feel? You know, playing against your former team. You know, putting a hurting on them that bad. Like, do you feel like the rookies did better than past rookies that you've played with, or do you feel like they've kind of taken a step down?
Definitely. I feel like once Rad and Connor develop more, the Ghosts will eventually be a problem. But they're only good at certain games. But once they start playing other games, etc., they're going to be pretty good. So I would definitely say that they were better than the past rookies, 100%.
Okay, all right. And then from the Reapers' perspective, who do you blame for the Ghosts and all their rookies putting 6 on y'all's head?
Ah, shit. Oh. I blame Hollywood, bro. It's Hollywood fault, man.
Dang.
100%, bro.
Tell
All
us.
Hollywood fault.
Tell us why. Give us a little.
Because he didn't practice FIFA with Javen or Trezor. I can't remember what other games that they won. Oh, DNF. Yeah, he didn't practice DNF with Trezor. That's his fault as well. And that's all the games I can remember them actually taking. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, Smash. Yep, Smash. That was his fault because he didn't play Smash with us.
I would say though,
So, yeah.
Smash was a little. It went down to the wire, if I'm not mistaken.
It didn't go down to the wire, but
Fire.
hey, my buttons was messed up. That's all I gotta say.
and that's definitely Hollywood's fault because Hollywood's the
Yeah,
coach. He got to make
100%.
sure your buttons is good.
100%.
Yeah, but
That's crazy. All right, man. I
That's all
appreciate
Hollywood
it.
fault.
Have a good day at work.
All right, bro.
All right, man. Man, that's crazy. But I will say that it's always the coach's fault. I mean, if you're gonna blame it, if you're gonna blame anybody, you got to blame the coach.
Yep. That's one thing I respectfully have heard from my coaches. You know.
Yeah. I mean, as I used to always say when I was coaching, I would say, I'm gonna make the call, and then if it's you listen to the call. If it's a bad call, then it's my fault. But if you didn't listen to my call, now it's your fault.
Yeah.
Right? So it's the best way to shift blame. Just do what I'm asking.
Yeah.
And
We had
good.
a few of those. We had a few of those on our.
Oh,
game
we gonna
this week.
get to your game because I got some questions for you. We gonna get to your game, but first, let's talk through. We got Gorillas Eclipse. Let me see. Do we have any Gorillas? We got Carnage. It looks like is on here. All right, bet. So let's talk through. Tell me what were your thoughts on the Gorillas game. Let me pull up. So first we got. Go ahead.
I didn't. Let's just say, the beginning. I mean, it's the Eclipse, you know. So I have to give props where props is due. You know, the Gorillas was trying to hold their own. You know,
Yeah.
but it's hard. The Eclipse are an amazing team. You know, hate them or love them. You know, they are an amazing team.
Yeah. Now they.
So the score is exactly kind of what I expected.
Yep.
But again, you know, you got to give props where props is due. They did get some points on their heads.
So, I agree with that. I think it's a known thing. Eclipse is a great team. I actually expected an upset from the Gorillas.
Yeah. Oh,
I did. I expected it. Couple reasons. One, the Gorillas have been talking about it. They've been telling me it's going to be an upset. They've been telling me how prepared they are. I've also seen the skills of Global and Carnage from the Reapers and then beyond. We also saw the Gorillas put up a fight against Eclipse in every other matchup in the playoffs, pretty much going forward every time. But I think the one thing that wasn't really calculated was normally playoffs is at the end of the season where you've kind of developed as a team.
mm-hmm.
This was the first game of the season, right?
With not all new, but with a whole new wheel.
Yes, whole new wheel, whole new team, and I'll say new wheels will always favor Eclipse because Eclipse is just better. Like they're just better in a sense of like they are end gamers, so they fully understand a new game, how to learn it, how to develop in it, how to pick it up. You know, a lot of the games they played previously, even the newer ones, if you put a game in front of the Eclipse players and you put the same game in front of everyone else, Eclipse is just going to pick it up faster because they've been doing it for longer and they've been doing it better for longer. So, I mean, to your point, it's Eclipse. So, I mean, what can you expect? But
like you said, like you were saying, the Global and Carnage duo. I feel like that duo is gonna be a Shaq and Kobe 1-2 punch once they get into their groove.
yes, I agree. I think the Carnage, Global, and Stars, Carnage, Global, Stars, that combination is going to be key going forward and making sure that they're successful as an organization. But
And if I say so myself, their rookie isn't someone to really sleep at themselves. They got Vape. Vape is a great sports player. So
interesting.
you add Vape with Stars and 2K. That's a deadly combo because when in the combine, Vape came out and he was showing people his 2K stuff. He plays 2K on a regular, like he does this, like pro status.
Hmm.
So put him with Stars, who we know Stars loves his sports games.
Right.
Put
Right.
him with Stars. He could teach Stars something too that might Stars not know. He plays good when it comes to sports game. I say Vape can really do in game leader.
What do you think the score late in the season is going to be? Because they play each other again later in the season. What do you think the score comes out to?
Honestly speaking, it depends. Like I said, it depends on the 1-2 punch. If everyone locks in, they play these games on the wheel. I could probably say Gorilla's getting 10.
10. Okay. So you think so that would change the score 10. That would change the score. So
Then,
they lose by like 3 or 4 points still.
yeah,
Okay. All right. Because then if we fast forward, that hurts right there.
yep,
That right there. That 19-4.
yep.
That hurts.
But in credits to in the credits of the Gorillas, season 7, the Palmer's first game, they mollywopped. I forgot who they were playing, but I think it was like 22, 23.
Yeah. It was bad. I think it was the Bandits.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
so
think it was the Bandits.
for credits for the Gorillas, they got mollywopped, but
Yeah.
at least they get to 20s. They didn't let them get to that point because Eclipse is a team that we know can end the game with 22, 23.
Yeah. I mean, they got 220, so they dropped 20 on them. That's 20 different games means you
Yeah.
lost in pretty much everything, and you can see from the
Everything.
scores they were 6-0 here, 4-1 in the fighting games, shooting 4-1. Let's see what some of the others
And
were.
like you say, you see their setups and everything. I feel like when you look at that, you can tell one is more of a strategic play, and one was more of we had to get ready and we needed all our timeouts, and we probably knew we wasn't winning these games, so let's forfeit it. I feel like with Eclipse, it's like we forfeit these games just so we can get to our game.
Yeah. I mean, they won one in every category, and that's
Yeah.
not a good look. Like one in an entire category is definitely not a good look. But yeah, that's rough. Let me see if I got Carnage on here. Let me get him in the call.
Got it.
There you go. We got him on here. Let's do that. Yo. All right, let me turn you up real quick because I already know it's gonna be too quiet. All right. So let's talk through this. What you got for him first, Dad?
So, Carnage, how do you feel with the ending of the game? I want to know your thoughts with when you and the team walked into the back. What was the conversation?
Shoot, man. As a coach, we were disappointed. I mean, we knew going in, we like I was saying before, we had like a new team, new type of synergy we were trying to work with. A lot of things that it kind of exposed us on. Um, I mean, me and Sky Guy, aka Mers, we kind of predicted that. So, it was really just like disappointment, but at the same time, I mean, we were uplifting us, and it's
Uh,
against the Eclipse, so they were able to expose that on us.
As a follow-up question to that one, how do you feel moving forward? Is the preparation going to be for the eclipse?
Oh yeah, no, we've already been changing everything up. So, the way we move about that, by the time we get to them again, I mean, it's gonna be a whole fresh team, whole new team. And I mean, I don't know what the scoring is, but to me, I think it's gonna be a reverse
Oh.
of us having, more than they do by two. It's gonna be a close game, but we're not taking the L again. Promise that.
Yeah, I like to hear.
Interesting. Okay. All right. So, can you tell me what categories the next time? Do you know the next time y'all play? When that is? What week?
I do. We play on in March. So it's
Okay.
like the end of March,
Okay.
March 29th.
Okay. So
Uh,
yeah. So you guys have time to prepare then.
so much time to prepare. I mean, there would be no excuses.
Okay.
I mean, if we, I'll say it right here now, if we have a loss on that, they'll put it on me.
Okay.
And that's fine.
And you, if you had the optimal, was this your optimal lineup?
Not at all.
Okay. If you had the optimal lineup, even in this game, where do you think you guys would fall?
But we definitely would chip off a few more of those games for sure. But again, I don't think the synergy would have been built enough for us to be able to win this first game.
Yeah. Okay.
Practices going into it prior to wasn't up to my liking personally as a coach, but you know, with what we had, if we had our main lineup, I think it would have been a lot closer of a game, and they definitely want to hit 20 on us, that's for sure.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's fair. All right. Now, if you had to blame somebody for them hanging 20 on your head, who is it?
He blamed himself.
Nah, not
He said-
yourself. You gotta blame someone else.
He knows I was gonna blame myself, so he had to say somebody else.
Somebody else.
Ah, you know what?
There
Yeah,
we
I
go.
hope Jeezy's watching this. I'm throwing it on you, Jeezy. That's all you feel. Yes, sir. Put it on my
Oh
team.
man, this just in. He blames Jeezy for the loss. That's crazy. All right, man.
He does. Yes.
I'll holla at you later.
All right, so y'all be
All
safe.
right, peace. Oh man, that's crazy. I don't know, where's it at?
Alrighty.
So this man, what you think, Jeezy? You think Jeezy's at fault too? You agree with that?
I mean, you know, like you said, don't have no one to blame. Blame over the head, the lead. Go straight to the top. That's when the store, when you complaining in the store, where you go, I want to speak to the manager.
Oh man, he pulled the Karen out. Hey,
Yeah.
let me speak to that manager. What you doing out here, bro? How they get 20 on us? That's crazy.
I feel like that's what it was for.
Yeah, and you know, Eclipse didn't have any timeouts. I want to say they ran out of timeouts like quickly in the second half, I think. Let me see where they had it. Yeah, they only had one timeout left, and they had 9 points at that time.
Yep.
So if you was
But also, too, with the new rule, the 2-minute, 4-minute setup has messed up a lot of teams.
yeah, but I mean, if we're
They not-
being realistic, right? The only rule that's should be messing people up is the 4-minute, not the 2-minute. The 2-minute, you're actually not getting 2 minutes.
Yep.
You're getting the previous game plus 2 minutes, right? 4-minute, that's a tough. That's like, all right, that's a change. It's like, all right, it's gonna be tough. Now, I will say though, from the show's perspective, it enhanced the show by like 20 times because you get into the game so quickly that it doesn't really feel like you have to wait for anything. You go from one into the next, you know. But yeah, Jeezy, that's just in 20 on your head. That's your fault. You know, it
That's
is
your fault.
it is what it is, bro. You just gotta take it on
Gotta-
the chin. All right, here we go. Let's get into your game, Dad Hat. Well, luckily we got the man himself. We got Dad Hat on the call.
Hey, I'm here.
Let's
talk
talk
about
about it. Let's talk about it. So, first we got the vibe, the music, the hype. But we get
The
into
hype.
it. And hold on, let's see. We get into
The
it.
line being switched up a little bit, so you gotta wait till they get it right because a lot of our players were new league players, so they have to take their pitches.
Okay. I see. I thought you was coming up with the excuses already. I'm glad to hear that's not what's happening.
this was a game. Like, this one hard.
yeah. All right, so hold on. So let me pull up this. This is when because they had technical difficulties. So we pull it up. So before we get to the first half, it's 7-3. I think this is right. Yeah, right before first half, it's 7-4. Right.
Yeah, 8-4. Yeah, 7-4.
It's 7-4, and they have no timeouts within the first hour. Okay.
Yep.
What were y'all talking about when that happened?
Honestly, there was two things we were looking at right there. Right. One, these guys haven't practiced setup.
Okay.
Let's use it to our advantage.
Okay.
We can definitely tell they're not ready.
So then, is it safe to assume that you have practice setups?
Secondly, it is definitely safe to improve the practice setups
Okay,
because
good.
of.
Okay.
Secondly, I'm in that room telling them, guys, they're looking like us
Okay.
from
Yes, and that's true.
whatever we did last season. We gotta keep doing the opposite of it.
Okay.
And if you look back, if I'm not mistaken, we only used 2 of our timeouts.
Okay.
About two of our timeouts. We went into the second half for like 3 timeouts, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, yeah. And you ended up losing one because you lose one when you go into that second half anyway. So you guys did really well with your timeouts.
And our setups, we had, I think, one forfeit.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
One forfeit, but those were actually given forfeits. Like
Right.
we were like, yo, let's just get another game going on.
Well, there's one forfeit that's a very important forfeit, but we won't talk about that one until later. But yeah, you did really well in maintaining your setup times, getting that stuff done on time, and not causing the forfeits to happen.
Yep. So I'm definitely proud of my team, especially the returning teammates, about that. We were just one thing that I can't take away from the team, and I hope no one does take away from the team. You can see that we took what we messed up on last season, and we're working on it. We're definitely working on it.
Yeah, yeah, I see that, and I did notice that. So in watching this game, for me, I'm watching it. I'm like, okay, you got a bunch of veterans on the Wolves, and then you have three veterans, 3 rookies on the Phantom. So if there's anybody that should be having more trouble, it should be the Phantoms because they have more rookies.
But that was one thing that we really discussed with our rookies this season is that, everyone has to learn setup. Everyone has to take a moment to sit down and learn these setups because last season, most of our crazy fuck ups was availability and setup.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Yeah. Difference in availability and setups. It's gonna get to the point, like I told everyone this season, there's no DZ playing, there's no Dub playing. They get to coach and GM.
Yeah.
They act getting in. They were like, yo, DZ's playing. DZ's not a player, he's a GM.
Yep. And shout out to them for taking the setup seriously. Shout out to you guys taking that seriously. So you go down. They're out of timeouts. Halftime, you go down by 4. In the halftime room with this vibe music playing.
Yeah.
What were y'all talking about?
Well, first off, we was vibing.
Yep.
Was blasting, so we were vibing. But honestly speaking, it's crazy to think that, we wasn't really down. Honestly speaking, going into the halftime, going into the half room, we were a little bit like, okay, guys, we're down 4. But our mindset was, we're only down 4. We have 2 hours. They have 0 timeouts. All we have to do is that's it. Just they're gonna mess up on setups. We take that.
Yeah.
And if you look at it, everything that our game plan in that break room is exactly what got executed.
Huh.
So a lot of setups were getting messed up. Our games finally started to come up. I don't know if you want to talk about some of them yet or not. If we passed them, but Arbiter was, I say Arbiter was our MVP that game.
Why?
Arbiter, honestly speaking, if this is on me, he took 2 games by himself. 2 of those points is solely because of Arbiter. And then a lot of other points, he was in there as the backup, the help. So if you add all of that together, in me being a player and me being someone who's been in randoms and looking at it, he came in clutch for us.
Yeah.
He came in clutch in 2 of those games. He came in Fortnite. He came in clutch.
Yeah, he did.
Then we talk about Dead by Daylight. He came in clutch.
Yes, he did.
Then we talk about Apex with Arbiter, Kazi, and Dolo. That was a mollywop. It was 19-1, 18-1. That was a mollywop. They couldn't get one after that 1 kill. They could not get another kill.
Yeah, and I'd say a lot of the games they still, so you could see their setup the setup issues are prominent because when you jump from, so you're jumping from here, you have Apex going into, let's see, what's the next game here? Apex going into Overwatch. So that's going to be tough. That's a 4-minute setup. That one's going to be tough, especially if you haven't practiced it, right? But then you go into,
I ain't going to even get to play Overwatch.
right? But you go into CTR next, right? That's set up wrong. Then you go into from CTR, you're supposed to be playing, what's next after that? CarX Drift. So while you're doing CTR, you should be setting up CarX Drift. That doesn't happen, right?
Nope.
So then it's like, then we get into DNF, and I want to say there was a timeout called there too.
Yep.
So then now down one. All right. So I'm gonna skip to the end here because this is where it hurts. You're up a point.
You talk about Madden.
Yes.
You're
Up a point, and all you guys have to do is take this thing home.
Let me break this one down. All right. We're up a point. Madden rolls up. You have me and Rebel. Now, I've played sports games, but I don't. Our team is a heavy stack sports team. Unfortunately, our sports players weren't in that game. We didn't have Marco. We didn't have Marty.
True.
We didn't have, and Mr. B couldn't play. So, with that being said, me and Rebel have not touched Madden whatsoever. And once we did, I'm happy with how certain things went about. It's just knowledge, and that's honestly speaking, that Madden game won't happen like that. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. If we want to give, let's just say this: 2 non-Madden players played 2 players who know about Madden and teams, and honestly speaking, they only got 1 touchdown. They couldn't stop the runs really like that, and a non-sports player threw a Hail Mary pass. If she knew that as a quarterback that the quarterback throws it to themselves, if she would have known that and she would have kept running, we would have had a different conversation, right? Because that Hail Mary pass and the fact that she was able to still keep running before someone took her down, when she finally came to, like, oh snap, I'm the one with the ball. That's all I'm gonna say. That game would have been a whole different.
And this just in, Marty is not on the Phantoms anymore. He said Marty. But I'll say this. You guys were, huh?
I said this is true, but would it have made a difference?
Yeah, right. So I'll say this. This was a great game to watch. Like, even with all the setups, even though a lot of it was like podcast format, basically, because you had them, timeout, whatever. This was a great game to watch. But
and for me, I feel like the greatness on it was the fact that it was two teams who had something to prove, and I feel like we both came out to show a little something.
Yep, you both proved for sure. So
now,
we're at my favorite part of this.
Yeah.
Whose fault is it?
Hey, okay. We all have faults. There's a bunch of faults.
But whose fault is it?
Oh man. The person that told me to blame them, I'm gonna say it's them. So we're gonna say it's Poe for not showing up.
Damn. Poe, this just in. It's Poe's fault. Poe, what was you doing, man? He wasn't even there, and it's still his fault.
That was the point. He was supposed to be there.
Oh, he was supposed to be at this game?
Yes.
Oh, my. And he plays Madden.
But he had family issues, so we have to give him that.
Oh, he plays Madden.
Okay.
Oh, Poe.
If the lineup was in full effect, this would have been a whole different game.
Jeez. Well, it's just in. It's Poe's fault.
Poe. It's all right. He's gonna make it up. We got him doing 200 push-ups a day with a remote in his hand.
Dang. All right, well, that's pretty much it, man. It's been a great show. I appreciate you
Yeah,
hopping
yeah.
on. Look forward to next week, same time,
Yes.
12 o'clock this time with cameras. We'll get it right. We'll be sure to get it right.
And make sure that you tuned in so that you could be in the place to be with your boy Dad Hat and Titus.